In this video, we're going to discuss how to use the future lightning deals and future seasonal spikes tools inside the forecast page of SoStocked. So obviously I'm on the forecast page and I've clicked into one of our products here. And I'm going to scroll down on the left-hand margin down to this section right here. So it's kind of summarizing all the settings that we've done further. And by the way, there's other videos that walk you through how to use all the forecasting tools, but we're focusing just on these two right now. But let's say we know that there is a sale coming up that we want to pre-program into our forecast, like at the end of June or something. Let's say this is Father's Day or Prime Day or something like that. So what you can do is go down here and click on this number. It will usually show up as a 0. So we're going to add one in, and basically what you do is you just pick a date range. It can be from 1 day, it can be as long as you want. In this case, we're using a 2-day date range, and then a number of units that you plan on selling or moving during that time period. And then you can save it here. You can save it, let's say you're doing this sale across the board for a grouping of products. You can have product tags, which you've talked about in other videos. All products from this brand, this supplier, marketplace, etc. So you can save one lightning deal across a lot of products. Now, by the way, let's use the term lightning deal kind of loosely. It's really any sale that you're going to be running or any expected spike, right? So it doesn't have to be a lightning deal. We just use that terminology because that's a very common sale on Amazon. Now, this tool here, the Future Seasonal Spikes, works pretty much the same way. If you click on it, and you can add as many as you want, all right? And you basically pick a date range. In this case, we're doing December 1st to the 31st, and we're calling it Xmas, and we're basically doing a percentage. So the Seasonal Spikes tool works in percentages, whereas the Lightning Deals tool works in units. You can still calculate the number of units with the Seasonal Spikes tool, but generally speaking, people look at their business on a seasonal basis in terms of percentages. So that's why we came up with this percentage tool. So right now we're at 55 units per day, but in October, November, we might be a little lower, a little bit higher, and it'll calculate this percentage based off of whatever the velocity is at that time. It's just going to add 150%. So here's an exact math on that. But what some people do is they want to lock that in place, and they go, I really want to expect to sell 83 units a day. Then just click the little lock button, and it explains right here that even if your sales velocity changes between today and December, you're still going to expect to sell 82.48 units. In this case, I don't want to lock it because I expect this to change. And I know that we do 150% of whatever we sold the month before, and that's how I'm calculating my seasonal spike. Something else to talk about is you can actually do a negative percentage as well. And as you can see, it'll actually take 150% of whatever this number is and put a negative onto it. And I've seen clients actually build out an entire year of ups and downs just using this one tool. So however you normally calculate your seasonal ups and downs, that's how you would save it. Obviously you can save it to all products or any grouping. Let's go look at what this actually looks like on our inventory timeline. I'm going to just scroll down to December 1st on our timeline here. Starting on December 1st, our sales jump up by 150% as promised. And again, just to recap, this one is using units and this one is using percentages. They both work pretty much the same, and you can do as many as you want, as long as a date range as you want. And there's a lot of ways you can actually use these tools to kind of manipulate your forecast and build in interesting seasonality.